this is the first place I ever sold drugs from. So what you see in this whole area right here used to be a mechanic shop, a junkyard, a tow yard, and this used to be the place where they would use the businesses to hide drugs in different cars and then ship the drugs all across the city, the state, and the country. So this was the area right here that had the highest amount of drug flow in this whole area. So I bought the whole street so that we can change the impact that this area had on the city and on the county and on the state by making this a place where we focus on youth, we focus on community, we build programs, we train up our children, and we just come back together as community instead of being a place where we hurt the community by selling drugs and creating this whole thing that made our city so violent and made so many people's households destroyed because parents were being high on drugs and children were outside the household because they were trying to sell drugs. So what you see is me reinvesting into my people by changing the whole purpose on what this street is. Like I said, it's the first place I ever sold drugs from, and these drugs came straight from out the country and flooded this whole state with drugs. So once I got old enough and figured out the damage I was doing to my people, this was me trying to come back and make it right.
So every time you come here, what are some of the things that you think about for the future of this? Can you envision, like, you just like, oh man, I can see this coming up.
Yeah, definitely. So right here in the beginning, where you see right here, this right here is going to be where we have our community school, where people can come and teach youth the things they've learned throughout their lifetime, like teach youth what it means to be a father, a mother, or even how to do carpentry, how to do plumbing, just where we can come in and just teach our own children. And then the next area where you see will be where we have our Office of Research and Development for African American youth, so that we can actually study what are the different issues that's going on across the country and what do we need so that we can work on our youth specifically in their region, in their city, in their county. And going up further, what you see is going to be our training facility where people can come from across the country and learn how to operate programs that really work, so that they can actually come here, be trained, learn how to use all of our programs, learn how to use all of our tools, and then be able to take that back into their city. And then up from there, what you'll see is going to be the space that'll be dedicated to the community, where we'll have an open pavilion where people can come down and have weddings and birthday parties and celebrations completely for free, but where the black community can come down and celebrate each other. And then from there, we'll have our administrative offices, so that way we'll have places where our staff can work, where we can actually train people who we place in the different schools and the different courts and the different correctional facilities. So every inch of this property is dedicated to a purpose to help lift our people. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to do this. Grateful for the opportunity to be able to come back to the place where I cause hurt and be able to cause, create hope and be able to cause a change and break cycles. So my goal is that before I leave this earth, I want to be able to build all of this out so I can leave this for our people. And because I own the whole street, there's no reason to even be here unless you for the betterment of our people. So just grateful. Like at the end of the day, I remember walking in and finding the man who taught me how to cut up crack dead inside the building after he got robbed and somebody beat him there trying to find drugs in the building. I remember the shootouts. I remember everything we did here. So to be able to come back to the same place where it all started and create a whole new cycle, I mean, like I said, I can't find another word other than grateful. I'm just grateful that God gave me my freedom back so that I can even be here to do this. I'm grateful that God gave me the resources to be able to start this process. I'm grateful that God gave me a vision to be able to help other people not follow in the same footsteps and paths. And at the end of the day, I forgot another part about it with the valley on the other side, where we had a community garden that runs the whole length of the entire street, where people will be able to come out and plant their own fruits and vegetables and learn how to take care of themselves, and then be able to have all of those, all that produce completely free for the whole community. But like I said, man, just being able to come back to where it started from and investing into our children, our youth, and our families. I can't ask God for nothing more out of my whole life. Like, just blessed and grateful.
It's kind of emotional.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, emotional from beginning to end. It ain't like it was easy growing up in a neighborhood where you learned how to sell drugs before you learned how to read and write. So, but at the end of the day, this is so many of our stories in Black America where we might not have a basketball court, but we got a trap. Because if we got to stop waiting on other people to invest into our people in our communities, and we got to say, I'm gonna take the food off my own table to make sure you got a table. Because while you out here and your life getting better and better, there's other people who still stuck in the same places where you used to be at. So you can't just deliver yourself and think that you did something. You got to go back to where you came from and help lift everybody. That's when you really can be proud of yourself and say that you changed your life. It ain't about you making it out. It's about you making a way for other people to make it out too.
This is how you make the transition.